Let's go Packers 28, Bears 21 to wrap up the episode. This game told me a lot about both teams. I've been skeptical about the Packers all year long. I haven't been willing to call them an A-tier team. Listen, with the momentum that they have, they could be extremely dangerous. The Bears, a lot of people call them frauds. But last week they went out, got a big W in Philly against the Eagles. This week they go toe-to-toe with the Packers, damn near win the game. I mean, they had an opportunity to tie it with Caleb. I think they're real. Now, I wouldn't say that I picked them as a top option for the Super Bowl. I still think I'd go Rams, Packers, and Philly over them in the playoffs. I know they beat Philly, but playoffs are a little bit of a different beast. But they can compete. Like, their record is reflective of how good the team is. It's not just their easy cakewalk schedule. They are a good team, and they played pretty well, especially in the second half against the Packers. Now, the Packers, we'll talk Packers first here. Jordan Love has been a top 5 QB this year. Quietly, he's been phenomenal, and he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. But he has been the guy. Besides one interception today, he played lights out against the Bears. 17 of 25, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception. He was airing it out to Bo Melton, dime for a touchdown. Christian Watson, multiple touchdowns on the day. He's an accurate quarterback with great arm talent and upside. Minus the turnovers, which can look really bad, there is no knock on his game. The only thing you can say about his game has been the decision-making. And honestly, this year it hasn't been all that bad. To me, it's like, look, he's won multiple playoff games. Or he's won a playoff game. He's shown us that he can do it. He can get there. He is the third quarterback after Favre, Rodgers, Love. You believed in him. You paid him. He's well worth the $55 million. I think he's the guy. And now that you have Reed back and Watson back, with Tucker Kraft, it would be even better. Like, I don't know. I'm sold on Jordan Love as the top 10 QB. He will be in my top 10 list by the end of the year. I can guarantee you that. I've been on the fence about him. On the fence about a guy like Dak. I can guarantee you Jordan Love will be there. If he's not, you can come back to the episode and post this and clown me because I deserve it. Because I just guaranteed you. The Packers as a team, like I said, I've criticized them this year. I haven't been sold on them. But right now, the Packers have the momentum going into the playoffs. They've had back-to-back phenomenal playoff atmosphere games, which they've won. Jordan Love is having his best season. Christian Watson is emerging as the guy. Jacobs in the run game looks really good. And the defense is always going to be a sturdy unit you can fall back on. These last 2 weeks have been some of the best Packer football I've seen since Aaron Rodgers left. The team is playing in unison. Defense looks great. Offense looks great. The offense seemed like today, like they were barely even on the field because they would go down and just score in an instant. Jordan Love, bomb touchdown. Jordan Love, quick little crosser. Christian Watson takes it to the house for 50 yards. Like, you got to give your defense a little bit of a break, but it's just a scoring machine right now. I think Matt LaFleur is a great coach. I think you can do it with him. I think people get after him for no reason. Like, he deserves a lot more credit than he gets. And there's a good reason why they own this division now. They're better than the Lions, better than the Vikings, and today they proved right now they're better than the Bears. But we'll see. I wouldn't say definitively. I'd say today they played better. They played a more complete game from start to finish, but they were also at home at Lambeau. Let's see what happens next week or in 2 weeks when they go to Soldier. It's going to be intense. It's going to say a lot about the character, not of this Packers team really, but of Chicago, I would say. Today, I learned a lot about Caleb Williams. I've talked about him a lot this year. Obviously there are some negative things you can pick out regarding his game and his style of play, but Caleb Williams has an elite future. He does. He's still so wildly inaccurate, which is just mind-boggling to me. Like, just complete the damn 5-yard flat route. It's not hard. It's crazy. He makes the easy look hard, and the hard looks so easy, so simple. He does things backwards. It doesn't make sense to me. But at the end of the day, like, who is making that pass on the run down the sideline and then the touchdown on the run in the red zone? He doesn't take sacks against unblocked pressure. He's a magician maneuvering in the pocket. I wish he used his legs a little bit more when the chance is there, rather than forcing a throw. And I applaud his ability to scramble outside the pocket and keep his eyes downfield and always be ready to react and let a ball go within a millisecond and find your guy downfield. I appreciate that. Some quarterbacks just tuck their head down and they run. Caleb is always looking for the play, always looking for his guy. But sometimes the first down is there. And if you got it, you can take it. You're an athlete. You're a very athletic, above average athletic quarterback. Go take it with your legs. Put the team on your back. You got it. I think his growth this year has been absolutely phenomenal. It's been one of my favorite things to watch, I would say. Is Caleb Williams growing under Ben Johnson and the system? And early on, there were struggles, and there still are. Like, early in the first quarter today, like, I don't get it. Why was he airmailing wide open receivers? Wide-ass open receivers over the middle, but then he's got Zacchaeus on a rope with a sidearm pass on the run in the red zone. Like, that's still concerning to me. Like, that's it just doesn't make sense. It's very backwards. But, like, his growth under BG, or Ben Johnson, not BJ. Pause. Under Ben Johnson, has been awesome. I really do think so. And I think he's forming himself into a franchise guy. I think he's understanding the system more. And as he gets more comfortable, he has more freedom with what he can do. And that's where I like the athletic version of Caleb to pop out and say, hey, yeah, I understand the reads, but I also got this in my bag. Now watch me ball out. The late interception, we can talk about it really quickly. It is what it is, right? Like, you're a little bit short on the pass. You're fading away, throwing off your back foot on the run. Could it have been better? For sure. Like, did that ball need to be at the back pylon for Kmet to get under it? Yes. Was it short? For sure. But, it's a tough place to be. I thought it should have been a run, that play call at 4th and 1, but who am I to question Ben Johnson, especially with what he's done? I mean, they're a good team under Ben Johnson. So I'm not going to criticize the play calling there, but it was a bad interception, but not the end of the world, I would say. I still think that he's been pretty great, and he had a good second half today. My last point on the Bears, to wrap things up, the Bears proved they're not just a joke today. They went toe-to-toe with a team we all think can go all the way. They took down Philly last week in Philly and then almost beat the Packers. Ben Johnson has saved this offense. The run game is one of the best I've watched this year, with Monangai and Swift producing at high levels against any defense. You've invested in your O-line and it's paying off. How about the play calling? How about Ben Johnson's play calling and the pure eye discipline you're testing on the opposing defense? This team has a lot of talent. This team has a lot of fight. This team has a lot of potential. And they are not, let me pull up the record here. I believe they're 9-4. Yes. They're not 9-4 because they've had an easy schedule. They're 9-4 because they were a good team. And these past few weeks, they've been tested. And in my opinion, they've lived up to the hype. I think this is great for Chicago. I think the world is a better place. I think the NFL is a better league when the Bears are winning. I'm rooting for Chicago. Seriously. Like, I don't know. I just think that they're a cool, historic franchise that has not had a lot of success. But now that they are, like, I want to see them succeed. It's kind of how I felt about the Lions and how I still feel about them. Like, I want that franchise to get its Super Bowl. I want the Bears to find just incredible success with this duo and take it and run and go do something special. And I think regardless of what happens this year, hopefully they can make the playoffs. Crazy to say that at 9-4, but you look at the playoff landscape with the records and the wild card, it's going to be tough. And the Bears actually have some really tough games coming up besides the Browns, who still have a good defense. You still got to compete now with Shadur balling. Talk about the Browns tomorrow, by the way. I'm really heated about that. Steve's coming on. We're going to talk about them. I digress, though. I think the Bears, regardless of what happens, have an opportunity to do something special here. And I'm excited for them.